When in doubt, use your teeth. Maybe not in all situations. Okay.
Oof.
Hey!
Yay! Celebration.
This is Whine Wednesday. I'm Sam.
And I'm Sam.
And this is a video podcast where two 20-somethings drink wine, wind down, and whine about shit.
And why shouldn't we whine? Even though we're only in our early 20s, the past 2 years have aged us like a fine wine.
God, so bad. I love it.
Very cheesy.
We're both from the South Shore of Long Island, where there are the best bagels, bakeries, and pizza. And I don't care what anyone else says about that. I feel very strongly about this.
I agree. You know, even just going north of New York City, the pizza quality.
Oh, it depreciates.
It's really the water, I think, that makes it sparkle.
Yeah, well, I lived in New York, still upstate, and it was garbage.
Yeah.
Like, Domino's was the good pizza.
4 years upstate.
4 years. No, more than that.
Oh my god, because COVID.
Yeah.
So, 5.5, 6?
Yeah, well, the first year I didn't, I just went to school there. I came home for all
Yeah.
the breaks and everything, but then I started to stay up there.
I remember this one time, let's start back to just out-of-state pizza. When I was in North Carolina once, first off, on vacation, first off, we should have just known from the name of it. It was called, the Gingerbread Pizza Bakery or whatever.
Oh, yum. I love
And,
gingerbread.
why? I was like, gingerbread. Sounds so cute. After we had the pizza, I was like, we should have known that a pizza place called Gingerbread would not be good. I just remember it was shit, but that was in 7th grade, so quite a while ago.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't tried pizza that much out of state because I anticipate it being shit.
Even when we were in Italy, I did not like the pizza when we were in Rome. You know,
yeah,
that
it's
pizza
like a
place?
different type of pizza.
It's a different type of pizza. That's in New York. I lived
like
there.
a New York slice is so different from firewood, oven, fire
Yeah,
oven
the brick.
pizza or whatever, brick
The
oven
brick
pizza.
oven,
That's what
yeah.
I meant.
Fancy bougie brick oven pizzas,
Mhm.
and then they're trying to sell you it as a flatbread too. That's a whole nother story.
When I want pizza, I want a $1 slice. I want real New York pizza. I don't want your fancy
But
bullshit.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a wet, soggy slice.
No. Thin, crispy. No gooey cheese. A nice crisp top too.
And
Deep dish, don't even get me.
No.
Fucking sorry.
Disgusting.
That is casserole. That is a bread ball with marinara sauce in it.
Wait, on a show I was watching, on a podcast I watched, they did have that discussion. Is pizza a pie? And they're like, well,
Deep dishes.
Deep dishes.
Deep dish pizza's garbage.
It is disgusting. Not many, so I guess it can't be the biggest. I don't know. Maybe we need to go to Chicago or something. But
No, thank you.
when across from FIT, there was a 99-cent pizza place,
Right.
and that wasn't even the best. Just because it's a $1 slice in New York City doesn't mean
It's good.
it's good pizza. Honestly, once you even entering New York City is questionable, Manhattan and stuff. I truly believe that pizza or bagels are better on Long Island, because there was a company, should I even name the franchise or whatever? Whatever, Brooklyn Bagels. I'm giving you side eye. No, but all the people that I knew at school, I go, oh my god, it's the best bagel, whatever. And there was obsession. There was a alliance when I waited on this line to get the bagel, and I was just like, this isn't it for me. This doesn't cut it. This is a shit bagel. And
Do you like softer bagels?
Yeah, I like doughy.
Okay.
But yeah, I like when it's just really doughy inside.
Because you like B&B bagels.
Exactly.
I prefer hot bagels, which is crispy on the outside but
So,
soft in the middle.
B&B is a local bagel shop that I'm biased to because I worked at there.
My sister works there too, but I'm not biased.
But they do the boiled or whatever, the natural whatever. So
I'm eating a giant roll of bread. I don't care where it's cooked, what's in it, how it's cooked, and I'm putting butter or cream cheese or loads of bacon on it. I'm not worried about
But your
that.
health. Well, that's like people getting like flatties, like the flat thin bagels, or like asking you to scoop it out.
Ugh.
That was like the worst one.
Who do you think you are scooping out the middle of the bagel? Come on.
If you want a bagel, get a fucking
A bagel's not healthy. I don't care which way you cut it or scoop it out.
Which way you cut it. Don't get one of those like $40 bagel
Yeah.
cutters.
Do you remember when we in Boston? What finagle a bagel?
Oh my god, I remember the
Those
name.
bagels were shit, but it was so fun to watch it like go. It went like on a conveyor
Yes,
belt,
yes.
and it shot through the
You
like,
just, like,
blades.
Hold a memory. I remember the name of it. I remember the process of it. I don't remember how it tastes.
My
but
mom was one of the chaperones, and we hiked like a mile and a half to get this finagle bagel because we thought there was one finagle bagel.
I remember
It's a
this.
franchise.
Our two groups like went
Yeah.
together. Oh my god.
It was the opposite direction of everything.
And I think there was one like closer or something that we like later.
Yeah, it's a
found out.
franchise. It's like
Like,
a
we went
Dunkin'
to-
Donuts.
We went to like Quincy Market or whatever, and I think there was like one there, and we didn't know. And like, how didn't we know? Listen, I didn't have a smartphone then, so I couldn't look it up.
Yeah, no. Bakeries too, I feel like are better on the city too. I don't have a preference for.
Yeah, city's good. I've had a lot of good baked goods.
Yeah.
I don't really have. You know what's good? It's Nassau County.
Mm.
I think if anything, that's the best. But that's when I have the most baked goods because like my aunt lives in Nassau County and like she's the one who brings dessert to family gatherings, or we go to her, and so like that's.
I'm biased to Audrey's. I feel like that's such a good bakery.
It is. That's where I've gotten all
Yeah.
my like sweet 16 cake or
Mhm.
whatchamacallit, graduation.
We went there because Joe had blood work, and there's the.
Yeah.
Got
my blood work there too.
Right next to the bakery, and there was a cupcake, but it was a rainbow cookie cupcake, and it had like the jelly inside.
I love
it,
that.
and then
Yeah.
it had a big rainbow cookie on top, and it was incredible.
I've had like a rainbow cookie cake before, but I don't know where it's from. But it was good. So backtracking from the side commentary, the last thing I want to say about New York pizza, a thought, is just, yes, they might be indoors, but a lot of them have their doors open all the time, which allows birds and animals
In the city,
well, yeah, some places, there's like a chain called Joe's that has like
the city
You know,
where
like-
all the pigeons are.
Yeah.
Ew.
birds.
Birds.
deaf.
Don't even.
Alright, so
They leave
we'll
them
take this moment.
Okay, yeah. Now
So
that
please
we've had,
tell me what we've had. This is delicious. I'm like
Yeah.
scarfing it down.
now that we've had some of this, we'll talk about. This is Osprey's Dominion. It's a dry rosé from 2020 from the North Fork of Long Island.
And we chose this because, well, our next little chit chat.
It's about how much I hate birds, or we hate birds, but I have a special hatred for birds.
So we got one with a bird on it. I insisted.
All right, let me read the little blurb about it.
Okay.
Essentially a light red wine, our rosé is made in a dry style, which makes it an excellent summer sipper when served chilled. Perfect as an aperitif. I don't know what that means. Aperitif?
Aphrodisiac?
No.
Aperitif.
This wine will pair well with grilled salmon or a hearty seafood stew. Well, won't be pairing it with that. I'll be pairing it with bad opinions.
Aperitif. Oh! Okay. It is an alcoholic drink taken before a meal to stimulate the appetite.
Cute.
Fuck, we already ate.
It does not say paired well with Kraft mac and cheese though, so I think we're okay.
That mac and cheese was so good.
It's really good. How much was it?
It was $15.
Ooh, that's
It's
pretty
$14.99.
I feel like pinks and whites aren't that expensive. It's when you dabble into the reds they can kind
Reds
of
get,
go up.
yeah, it's I guess because you have to like age them longer maybe. I don't know how wine works.
I don't know. We shouldn't be saying that.
This is all thought and opinion. This is a thought and opinion podcast unless you see me reading from my phone.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
Okay.
yeah. So, like we said, we're from Long Island, so it's a nice little intro wine with our lovely hatred of birds represented and the lovely North Fork of the Long Island that we live on. It's the longer of the islands.
Alright.
Japan's. Because Japan's like an island.
Yeah.
So it's a longer island.
There are plenty of islands that are longer than Long Island.
We're the longest island in the U.S., maybe. You know Long
Hawaii?
Island? Oh, fuck.
And I'm sure there's some in Alaska. We probably sound so stupid right now.
So stupid.
People are probably like, are you fucking dumb?
Listen, I was trying to make a joke.
Is Michigan, like, you know that little part? Or no, not Michigan. No, it is Michigan. With the little, like, extra piece. Is it connected?
Should we be talking about geography again?
No. No.
I think it is, like a peninsula.
Oh, it's a... That's the mitten, right? Yeah, let's stop.
No, what's it called? Florida is a peninsula. Like
Take a sip every time we say, like, and
something
get drunk with us. So, we were in California for a wedding. I think I was like 12, 13. And we were going to a restaurant on the Santa Monica Pier.
Mm-hmm.
And Bella, my younger sister, and...
I couldn't hold it in, I'm so sorry.
And JoJo, my even younger sister, were both there with me and my parents. And there was a wait for indoor seating, but we could sit outside right away. And I was like, I don't want to be near the seagulls and the birds, like, they freak me out, and they're gross, and I don't want them near my food.
All logical explanations.
Yes, I feel like that was a very valid reasoning for me to not, whatever.
They're disease-ridden animals.
I hate them so much. Anyway, my sister Bella was making fun of me. She was like, let's just sit outside. That's so stupid. They're not going to come near you. Don't be scared of them. And I was like, fine. Let's go sit outside. I'll suck it up. I'll be the bigger person.
Guess who's wrong?
We get out there. And a bird, a seagull, starts walking under the table. And who does it go near? Bella. She starts crying, bawling her eyes out, screaming, we need to go outside, we need to go outside.
I'm like getting
And I am cackling. I think it's the funniest fucking thing.
But it's close to you too, no?
Yes, and I was terrified, but it was more amusing for me because I knew that I didn't want to be near them. She was the one that was shitting on me.
Yeah.
What a bitch. Love ya.
Well, similar fashion. I just feel like Long Island has these big fucking giant, like, seagulls. I don't know how the seagulls in Santa Monica were or how they are anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I really
yeah, they
don't
are big.
Yeah, but like as living on an island, as I've talked about before, but like I feel like that's there's such a commonplace bird. They're so big and fat and disgusting because people feed them. They're gross. And like my family, we went. This is like the most recent like staple seagull, like image in my head. Oh, except for when me, you, and Lara were at Land's End.
So disgusting.
And like they were just like they're just all over the place and we were eating our bagels and they would just like land on your car and like don't give a shit.
They have the biggest balls.
Yeah,
They're like, don't give a fuck. They will attack you.
Wait, but this is exactly that. Because usually you can like, shoo them away. Like if you're at the beach or whatever and
you kind of like kick them away.
Yeah, you just go like, ah. You pretend you're a bigger bird. This bird, me and my family, like we're having a nice little like sunset picnic before like I go back to school, and
oh, this was like in the last couple of years.
This is before my senior year started.
Oh.
Like we brought like what is it, cornhole? I was gonna say hacky sack. It's a bean bag.
Hacky sack, is that where you like?
Yeah, I think that's the when you're levitating.
Where you like have the little
bean ball.
pouch thing.
Bean ball.
But it's like crocheted or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's some seagulls, whatever, and they want our food, whatever, and we go squawk, squawk, whatever, get them away, and then we're playing like our cornhole and shit, and then there's this one bird that's like just larger than the rest, like, I don't know, he must have been like the alpha, beta, like, seagull of the situation.
The alpha male of the situation.
He's like, and, like, he did not give a shit. Like, we were trying to, like, stream away, and he was just, like, like, just, like,
did not care.
Stood his ground, did not give a shit, and, like, was walking towards me, and I was like, ew, no, disgusting. I'm, like, running away, like, I'm, like, crying, but not crying, like, when you're just like, ah, please.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, oh, stop. And then we fucking, I don't remember who tossed it. I think probably I tossed it, because, like, I was not going to be standing next to the seagull.
Right.
So he was on the other side, must have been. But I guess, like, me or my mom tosses, like, the beanbag, and it lands kind of on the board, and the seagull walks up and picks it up with its beak for a split second. Like, he picks it up because he thinks it's food.
Did it have corn in it? Because you know how the bags have corn in it.
I don't know.
That's why it's
cornhole.
So if they have, like, some of the new ones don't actually have corn in it.
I don't know.
They're like
how old their new hours is. That's interesting. That makes sense. Duh, cornhole. I didn't really, like, I don't know, put it together. It makes sense.
I didn't think about it either until in Oswego we would play a lot. Like, we would bring it to the lake or in the backyard or whatever. And one of the guys told me, and I was just like,
that makes sense.
Of course.
Didn't think about it.
No.
I think ours is like a store bought.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't sew the beanbags ourselves.
But it could be, like, cheaper to put corn kernels in there than...
It probably would be, because
than
that's
plastic beads or
what is it?
whatever
A grain? It's a grain food that's, like, easy to grow and stuff.
And you put shitty corn, you don't have to eat it. Like, it could be like,
it's
the
like
bad
batch.
corn.
It couldn't even be popcorn. It was too bad to be popcorn. But this bird, which first of all is dangerous for this bird, but picks up the beanbag thinking maybe there's corn in it. I don't know. And he, like, picks it up and starts running away with it. And then my dad and brother or whoever, like, have to go run after this bird, and he drops it. But, like, I was like, the balls on this seagull. Like, it was just, like, gross and disgusting, and I hate that story. Just, like, reliving it in my mind gives me, like, heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Well, even before my California story with my sister, what really opened up my trauma with birds was I must have been, like, first grade.
That
I
young?
feel like. Yeah, because I was 13, I think, in California, and it was before that.
You had a pre-established trauma.
Yeah. Maybe I was, like, how old are you in 5th grade? Like 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I must maybe...
From 1st to 5th grade.
I don't know.
In 1st grade, you're like 5, 6.
Okay, no, I must have been older than that. It was right before, so I was probably like 10. Okay. I'd say 5th grade then.
So in 5th grade.
In 5th grade. We're at my mom's...
You blocked the trauma out so much.
I can't remember it. We were at my mom's friends for 4th of July. And they had, like, those plastic glass storm doors, like, in front of their regular wooden door.
Yeah.
And we were going in and out, like, we were doing sparklers in the front yard. It was, like, pretty dark.
Yeah.
And I was like wearing... Yeah, no, literally. I was wearing, you know those off-the-shoulder tops that were, like, the flowy ones that were in style then? Yes. Okay. I was wearing one of those, like, 80s dance, like, off-the-shoulder flowy tops.
Very in.
Very in at the time. I opened the glass door, and I don't know if it was a crow or what, it was a blackbird. It flies into the glass door, and it falls on top of me, gets tangled in my shirt.
No, thank you.
And falls on the ground in front of me, dead. So I see this bird in front of me, dead, on the stoop, and I kind of, like,
I'm just, how big was it? Oh, I'm vomiting.
I mean, I feel like in my head I'm building it bigger because I was small.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was the size of, like, a baby doll. Like, I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Like a loaf of bread.
No. I don't like loaves of bread.
And then, so when I close the door, it kind of, like, pushes it off the stoop into the bushes. And I am, like, visibly upset. And we're getting ready to leave because it was the end.
I think I dropped it right then and there. I'd follow that bird's lead.
And we get in the car, and I get all the way in the back, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm, like, silently, like, bawling.
Wait, did anyone else see what happened?
I told them, but I feel like they didn't.
Understand.
Yeah, it
They
wasn't.
weren't there.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
My heart.
I blocked all that out. I don't know what
I
happened.
have palpitations.
I just remember going home, and it's late, right? Like for a
like,
5th grader
yeah.
or whatever. It's
like
probably
9 o'clock.
9:30, 10 maybe.
That's late.
And I get home,
That's
and
like
I
me
jump
now.
in the shower. I jump in the shower, and I scrub my body raw. Like, I feel disgusting.
I think I'd be there for like
Yeah.
a day.
And
I
that's
want to
where
scrub myself now.
that's where my trauma of birds like originated. They're gross anyway, though. If you
Yeah.
look at them,
Well, my
they have
disgust-
claw feet.
my disgust of birds isn't quite so traumatic, but
Like you.
I think, and like this just thought like came to me. Like my usual story is the story that I'll tell in a second, but I think that the reason why I thought a certain way about this next story is because when I was little, my grandma would watch us a lot, and like if there was a feather or something on the ground, she would say like, "Oh, don't touch that, like it's dirty, like it's diseased or whatever."
It's like ingrained.
And that's
in your...
definitely like that's where my germophobia and everything comes from. But
Damn it, Grandma.
damn it. But honestly, she would have been living in this COVID age, like
Hand sanitizer at the door, folks.
yeah, she already had it. My story that I always talk about whenever the hatred of birds comes up is when I was at a farm camp. Brenner's Farm, I think. I think it's still like around. It's like on the North Shore, like Stony Brook, Setauket. And I don't know, like all the kids, like we're at a farm camp, love animals, I guess, and whatever. And like everyone wants to go inside like the chicken pen, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going in there. This is not the kind of fun I want to have. I'm like 5 or 6. I'm little. Whenever the song that's like Sierra, oh no, that's I just combined Umbrella and
Sierra.
No.
Sierra.
No, but you know what? I think it's Missy Elliott. I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember that was like another part of the camp. Anyways, there was like a talent show. Okay, so at this camp, this farm camp,
Another thing I hate, talent shows.
my like best friend Sarah and like her 2 cousins, like we all went to this camp together.
Hold up, my name's not Sarah.
My like other, there's like 3.
No backtracking. Continue with the story. It's fine. I get it.
The one that I've known since I was born. My sister, my big sister.
You're digging yourself in a deeper hole, but go
I know,
on.
Anyways, we were at this barn camp, and they all wanted to go in the chicken pen, and like so was everyone else, and they like dragged me in, and like everyone's like picking up these damn chickens. Like first of all, how do you even go about picking up chicken? Second of all, like I'm 5 or 6, like I'm like this high, maybe, like I'm this high now. I'm just kidding. I'm like this tall. No, like you know, you're like I don't know 3, 4.
A child.
Like yeah, a child. And our chicken's like the size of this computer, probably, like height wise. Like that's like half of my body. And people are picking these chickens, and like I don't want to pick up this chicken. And like Sarah picks it up and like puts it in my hands, and like I don't even like hold it. Like I just remember throwing it and running out of the pen, and that was my trauma. I just like that's in my memory. Like I don't remember what it feels like or like whatever. Like I just like don't. That's my gross. Now I'm like getting all like in my
I
like,
know,
head.
it's
I'm
making
like
my
I don't
skin
want.
crawl.
Yeah, I'm just like chickens are gross.
Birds are so gross. Their beaks, they don't. They can fly, and that anything that can do something that I can't like that, I'm not a fan. You stay on the fucking ground.
So we love penguins.
Yeah, penguins great.
They're
No,
really
actually,
cute.
if I had to pick a bird, penguins.
Do flamingos fly? Yeah, they do.
I like the way they look
Oh,
on
I
like cartoon stuff. Like
yeah.
they're aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
But if I was in front of a flamingo, I would freak out.
Yeah, I don't like how long its legs are and how visible they are.
You know what I really hate? Ostriches. They're disgusting. Or emus.
They're like, like, okay, like, you know.
I don't care if you like birds, if you're offended. I don't. Go away if you like birds. You're
It's
not
like-
welcome.
It's like a cartoon ostrich is just really adorable. But like a real one, it's just like nasty, and its like neck is all like, like, it's like, it looks reptilian. I don't know what birds'
Well, aren't they
skin
like
look like.
Don't they say that some birds are descendants of like dinosaurs?
I was gonna say like like that whole dinosaur thingy. I wonder if that's like my God, like imagine if like dinosaurs are like baby T-Rexes or like really deformed T-Rexes.
Isn't there a thing where we don't really know what they looked like dinosaurs?
We really don't know.
So they could have had feathers and shit.
That's what like they're talking about now, yeah. But have you ever seen like the little illustrations where it's like a T-Rex, but then like it's really just like this big fluff ball? Like it's cute because it's an illustration. But like imagine like a giant fluffy bird, I'd die.
If those existed in the real world,
like the size of your house,
I would kill myself. I would have to live somewhere where birds don't exist.
So, the moon.
Like,
I was gonna say
penguins. Like, I could deal with like if I could go all the way north and there was just like penguins. Because they can't chase me or fly after me or peck my eyes out.
They have like
I think. I don't know much about penguins.
They have,
penguin people are gonna come for me.
Yeah, they have like rounded beaks, so I feel like maybe no. Oh, their beaks like just are so like it's like no thank you.
Birds are so disgusting. They shit everywhere on your car.
Oh my God.
You.
Recently with the snowstorm, 2 days in a row, I've just had like it's like they had like a shit diarrhea party all over my car.
Ooh.
My dad took it to get like a car wash because he's like, I paid $22 for a month pass and I can get my car washed as many times as I want. And I was like, good for you. So he was like, so I took your car to get washed. I was like, thanks. Now I don't have to clean the shit off of it. But then I noticed some shit on it today.
They're so gross. My mom doesn't like usually park far up the driveway because we have that tree at the end. And her car gets shit on.
Well, that's what mine was like parked at like the back, like the back of our driveway. Like not the entrance, I guess.
Yeah.
And like that's where there's trees and stuff near the garage. And that's where it was set. And it was like shit all over. It was like when the snow was there, like the next day, like there was shit on it, but like there was snow over it. So like I didn't care because it was like you wiped off.
You keep saying like so many times. I think you said it like 8 times.
That's what mine was like parked at like the back, like the back of our driveway. Like not the entrance, I guess.
Yeah.
And like that's where there's trees and stuff near the garage. And that's where it was set. And it was like shit all over. It was like when the snow was there, like the next day, like there was shit on it, but like there was snow over it. So like I didn't care because it was like word. Do a like count, because honestly.
So, anything more about birds?
Well, I have something to show you.
Oh.
And you're gonna hate it because it makes me crawl.
No!
You're gonna...
Is it a TikTok or like a, what is it?
It's just like a YouTube video, like example of something. So, I'm
We'll
gonna...
put it up on the screen, right?
Should I put it up on? Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah,
like
we'll
when
put it...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Should
my God.
I, like...
So you all have to suffer with us.
Yeah. That's what I do. I always send you or Brian, if I see something that like makes my skin crawl, I send it to someone else because I'm like, I saw it, so now you have to see it.
No,
so you have to suffer too. Okay. Do I describe it or just like...
You do it after. I want my honest reaction to this.
Oh, stupid commercial. Hold on. We'll just wait a second. I like don't even want to like touch my screen because it like makes me like...
Alright. I'm already freaking out.
Oh God.
Okay.
Hold on. This stupid commercial. Okay. Oh, first of all, talons and teeth.
So ravens are excellent at mimicking sounds they hear. Mischief, can you say hello? Good for... There's all sorts of voices.
He sounds like...
Good job!
It's so terrifying.
Here's people who have a cold.
This is real. Because it's like...
It doesn't look real though.
It sounds like... Oh, I don't even want to touch the screen with him on it. Like, oh, he's like a normal bird.
No, I don't care.
But that's not his real
He's
name.
verified and everything. This is quick too. He had a come up of 4 million followers in like, I don't know.
Is this very recently?
Yeah. People think he's an industry plant. I don't even know what that means, but
Like the industry found him.
okay, but this is
Kind of ugly.
don't say that. But anyway, he has like this crazy hair
Yeah, I don't like it.
that like sticks up.
And so
A lot of people are calling him like Peter Parker type
Yeah,
vibes, like
yeah.
kind of goofy, lives in New York
So
City,
wait, what was the
not
point
super.
of bringing him up again?
I'll bring it back. The Osprey's hair, or thing behind his head, reminds me of him.
Yes.
I'll put a comparison up.
Oh no. Yes.
Oh my
I love that. A side by side. Drink to that.
god. Poor thing.
I finished.
I feel like I'm pouring bigger glasses, but you're lapping me on like pores.
Pores, yeah. Cause I keep
That's a
going,
surprise.
I keep going-
I drink way more than you.
I keep
feel
going
like.
a little bit more, a little bit more. Cause like,
Right. I'll fill up. I've still got a little.
cause I don't want to like drink more. Like I don't want to pour more than I want to drink.
Fair enough. Gotcha.
I'm running out of steam.
Yeah.
How do
I'm
you
trying to
wrap
think
up a
of-
podcast?
I know.
Closing,
Comment about what you hate about birds.
closing thoughts. So the thesis is.
I hate birds. They suck. And New York has the best bagels, bakery, and pizza.
Yes. And don't let your diseased birds into your food establishments. I think that's.
If there is a bird in a restaurant, and even if it's outdoor,
Oh my god, you know when like they're in Costco?
yes, or in the mall.
Like, yeah.
I feel like it doesn't happen
It was in the
anymore.
food court, but it was always in like the food
Right.
court area. Why?
I feel like some malls had, you know, the glass
Skylights, those big
ceilings
dome skylights.
where there were openings.
There were?
I feel like there had to have been. How would all these birds get in
Yeah,
there?
like how did they just casually? Because it's 2 sets of doors too, so like this bird would have had to straight fly through while 2
Exactly.
people were opening 2 sets of doors. Like,
Right.
yeah, the fuck. Ooh, I need to like look into that now. Let's look into it right now.
Go ahead, my phone's dying.
Mine as well.
I should bring a charging battery.
So what did malls have open?
I feel like the skylights had to have been open.
Skylights. Light is the theme. The mall yesterday.
What?
I don't know, that's the first
That
time.
sounded like a cheap poem that somebody was trying to write.
Is the theme. And Juliet is the sky.
That was so wrong.
Yeah.
It's like Juliet is the sun, right?
Yeah. Well, you know. Oh damn, that would have been good. Light is the sky, and Juliet is the sun. Rosé, why don't you come over here for the ending?
Should I go get her?
Yeah, you should.
Hi. Hi. She's like, I just took a nap again.
Oh, big stretch.
Ah,
Oh,
it's a little baby.
she's so cute. She's like, what is going on?
We're bringing our little mascot in. This is Rosé. It's my kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, she does
She's
not want
wanna
to.
be- She's like,
I woke her up, so.
she's like, excuse me, Mom? Aw. Well, she'll stay kind of in shot, maybe. I don't know if she's in shot.
No, I don't think so.
Aw, she's so fluffy.
She's the perfect mascot.
For a wine.
Yeah, for a wine podcast. And we did not name her for the podcast. I have a tattoo of Rose. Like
She was, she's 4 years old now?
she'll be 4 in April.
Yeah, so.
April 19th, just
Clearly-
before 420.
Yeah.
And Aries like her mom.
She's rosé because of her coloring, okay?
Mm-hmm. And the fact that we were drunk off Rose when we found her in a McDonald's parking lot.
I wasn't there, but. So yeah. As you can tell, we've gone off topic quite a bit. But that's kind of how our conversations go.
Yep, and we're going to rate the Osprey's Dominion 2020 Dry Rosé. I really like it. I tend to go a little bit sweeter, but I don't mind this dry rosé.
And you know me, I like reds. So
Yeah.
I like the sweetness of this. But I also appreciate the dryness because of my usual taste.
Yeah, I feel like people don't understand that rosé tends to be a drier wine, and
Really?
it tends to be a drier wine. Riesling, Moscato, they're the sweeter.
I like Moscato,
They're
but
really
not
sweet.
like a chunk ton of it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it probably could only have.
And
like
rosé is a dry. I feel like because it's pink,
yeah.
it gets the rep of being a girly drink,
and
but it's a
something
dry
sweet.
wine.
Yeah.
I really like it though. I didn't know how I'd feel about it. I'd give it like a 7.5.
I feel like I want to give it like.
It's docked half a point for the bird.
I was gonna give it. Yeah, I was like thinking a 9, but I'm gonna go 8 because I don't want to give it a 9. I don't
You
want
mean
to
8.5?
Yeah.
8.25?
No, I'll give it an 8 because you gave it a 7.5. So
Okay.
it's like I enjoy that it's dry and that's like my usual taste buds, but it's different in like the sweetness of it. So I enjoy this a lot. I mean, you saw how many times I poured.
We're almost done.
Usually, I mean, this is like the perfect size bottle for like a little like.
I think it's just
Chit
a normal.
How many ounces is it? I feel like it's like a little more petite than usual.
750 milliliters. No, I feel like I think that's pretty normal. I don't know though. It's 12%, which is pretty average, I think, for a wine.
Yeah.
I
really
yeah,
like
it's really
this.
good.
I like
Again,
the
it would be an
color.
8, but it's 7.5 because of the bird.
Well, as we continue to have conversations about topics,
Random shit and
Yeah.
complaining and whining.
yeah, shooting
whining
the
and whining.
shooting the shit about talking shit and whining and complaining, whining.
Well, we're almost done with the bottle, so
Maybe we should go dining. Anyways, you know, hit that like button, turn on those notifications,
subscribe.
and
Our socials will be in the bio.
Yep.
And the description. Follow us on TikTok. We post there a little more than on here, obviously.
and Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Keep if you don't turn on the notifications here, if you follow us on Instagram, we'll definitely be
Post a lot.
updating you there.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you again.
Cheers.
I feel like I should have a fuller glass.